Ladies and gentlemen, and honorable judges, we agree that art is a way for us to express our emotions and passions in a beautiful way. For example, creating a song, performing in a theater, or making a movie. Of course, we agreed on that. However, because of that deal, we as the opposition do not agree to our motion for debate this time. The motion of our debate this time is not worthy of implementation, and this motion must be broken down. Aren't we should to be increasingly appreciating art and not even opposing appreciation of an art? In this case, it is an opposition to appreciation and recognition in the fields of art and creativity. Besides, nowadays there is no urgency why we need to oppose the existence of appreciation of art. If we look personally, in the last few years, the issue of racism that the government team is concerned about has dropped drastically, even to nothing. What is the proof of that? In 2017, after Chris Rock insulted the issue of racism at the 2016 Oscars, the executive organizer of the 2017 Oscar gave a nomination that dismissed the racist issue, as many of the nominations were non-white. So, is that all? Of course not. In the 2020, the South Korean film that called Parasite won 4 awards at the same time at the 2020 Oscars. Besides, there are still a lot of non-white Oscar nominees. Then, what about the other awards? Does the other awards ceremony also have racist issues? The answer is no. There are so many winners or nominees that are not white, and also there are so many winners for nominees for other awards who are not the white race. So we cannot say that we should oppose the award ceremony in the field of art and creativity because of issues and racism and any other issues. In fact, these issues are not true anymore. Not only that, if the government claims that in the past there have been so many racial issues in the world of the entertainment industry, or we can say there are so many issues in the world or in the field in the creativity and art, but now it is not had it anymore, including the art industry. We don't object to that, but we will clarify that at this time, recognition of cultural and human diversity has been well carried out. I mean, it's clear that in the future, it will be even better if we stop this appreciation and recognition of the field of art and creativity. Aren't we just creating a new racial issue? Why? Because at the time when the art industry is getting better and better and then enabling minorities to win the award, we, who initially want to solve this racial issue, instead created a new racial question. And then created a new racial issue. Why? Because we restrict and seem to not allow minorities to get the same right as the white race gained years ago or many years ago. We must realize that this appreciation can do something good of the survival of the world of art and creativity. The government said and made some incorrect claims and arguments. First, the government said that the same award was unfair and detrimental to the nominees, and the future artists would not want to follow the award, and it will hurt the artists' feelings even if they won the awards. It is unacceptable. Why? Because when the government says that this is just a biased and unfair thing, then it has no solid basis and it is just an opinion. Why don't we agree with what the government claims? We know that the mechanism of selection and the selection of the winners of such awards are had a long process. One way to judge the Oscar was to quote votes just after the nomination were published by contacting 6,000 people who are competent in their fields. It's very fair because the votes received are not just one or two votes, but 6,000. So if we don't say it's unfair, then what can we say is fair? Because the government has not provided any mechanism to hold this award in the field of art and creativity. So it cannot be said to be as fair as the government wants because the government side didn't tell any single mechanism in their arguments. And then, secondly, the government also says that how can we judge an art if it doesn't have various forms? So, appreciation in the field of art can be said to be nonsense. The government said that we cannot create a award to an art or a creativity because it has some various things, it has various forms. But we need to know that this government's claim is not true. Why? Because awards in this field of art must have a criterion of judgment that can be judged. What do I mean by that? For example, we can judge the uniqueness of an art. Although each art is different, but we still can know and judge how unique an art is, even though it is different. So that we cannot say that it's different, so that we cannot judge it and say the award in the field of art is nonsense. We cannot agree with that. Then why can't we agree to the motion of our debate this time? Because if we oppose the existence of these awards and ban and abolish awards and recognition in the field of art and creativity, it will affect many aspects. Let me expose any aspect that will be affected if we ban and remove appreciation and recognition in the art and creativity field. First, if we oppose an art and creativity awards, it will reduce a lot's motivation from the new artists. Why? Because there are so many artists who work hard, do all kinds of revision of work, and do comparative studies so they can earn some kind of award, like an artist that inspires them to join the world of art and creativity. Secondly, when we oppose and prohibit the organization of awards in the fields of creativity and art, we must see the fact that with this event, we can help a lot of people because so many societies in livelihood that is connected with the organization of award, even in the area of art and creativity. The government doesn't think twice of the indirect impact when we approve our debate motion this time. So morally, this motion cannot be justified in any way, like a social, humanitarian, or even economic ways. As I said earlier, at this time, the industrial world, especially in the art or field of the creativity, has undergone a lot of positive changes, one of which is the acceptance and respect of minority rights in the area of art and creativity. So, we not only maintain something that's good, we also manage to make it better and raise the prestige of the awards, which later on will make the artists work the best they will can. And that's all from me. I really proud to oppose. Thank you.